Yeah, Liquid Smoke, I have an upload coming later today. And on the subject of third party, I'm not really interested in debating weird terms that everybody defines to suit their own aim. Like, there are people that...
Whoa, so now third party is a weird term that everybody defines to suit their own aim.
will say, I had a guy leave this comment. This is basically his comment. He said, as soon as they put games on PC, they were third party. That's what he said.
Yes.
Okay. So you can see he's defining third party in a very particular way.
By the definition, right? Isn't third party pretty much if you put games on another platform other than just your own? Then you're multi-platform, you're third party. I mean, it's not hard to comprehend, right? Maybe I'm missing something.
Right. Oh, my live stream in Discord wasn't scrolling. Sorry, Zuby. So he's defining third party in a very particular way. Oh, as soon as a game went to PC, they were third party. Okay.
Yes, and why does that upset you? That's the truth. And you guys have just been glossing over that, right? Which is fine. Fine. You guys moved the goalpost. You called it, oh, well, it's still a console exclusive. It's looking like that. It's looking like the jig is up with that. Can we say they're third party now? Can we say they're multi-platform?
That doesn't matter to me because, like, that's a term that he's defined in a way that makes it so that I guess he can hurl what he views as an insult or a pejorative at PlayStation.
What?
To me...
Him saying third party or multi-platform, him saying that is hurling an insult at PlayStation. How is that hurling an insult at PlayStation? One, and then two, if it is hurling an insult at PlayStation, like, does that upset you? This is just a truth. I never knew a word like third party or multi-platform could be used as an insult. But honestly, it kind of makes sense once you think about it, because as we all know, Microsoft has been multi-platform. They've been putting their games pretty much everywhere that they can fucking put them. And we've been hearing all these narratives about, oh, quality. This is why everybody's jumping ship. It's time to jump ship. So, I mean, to see a job listing show indicating that Sony's looking to be moving in that same direction, I see now why it's, oh, well, I don't want to talk about multi-platform. Well, you had no problem talking about it for the last 2 years.
What matters most, I argue this in the video, is the games.
Oh.
Like when Returnal and Tsushima went to PC, that didn't bother me because they're two of my favorite games, and I was excited for more people to play them. Because to me, that's what matters is the game at a good quality? Did they do a good job? Did it get a lot of praise? Did people feel like they got something good when they bought it? Awesome, sweet. If you've got a business infrastructure in place to bring that game to other people in the future, I'm all for that. That doesn't bother me in the least.
I'm pushing X to doubt.
That's why I scolded people for celebrating The Last of Us Part 1 port being bad. I was like, you don't make any sense to me. You don't.
Oh, I'm not going to let you do that, Lono. One second, because I actually seen a clip. Let me see if I can find it. Now, granted, this is from 2 years ago, but I think this is one of his best.
The PlayStation commentary about games not coming to PC within 2 to 3 years. You PC guys are hilarious. You're hilarious. As you get really upset and really angry at multiple bad multi-platform launches and multiple really bad ports to PC. Here's an idea. Maybe get your own games. Did you ever consider that? Maybe PlayStation investing in their ecosystem, their hardware, maybe Mark Cerny creating a relationship of trust with...
Mark Cerny creating a relationship of trust. Continue. I mean, this is beautiful.
Developers for the PlayStation 5. Maybe somebody in the PC realm should do that. Maybe do that before talking big about PlayStation not bringing games to PC fast enough. Or here's a brilliant idea. Buy a PS5. Maybe that. I don't know. Listen. The PlayStation...
Okay, all right, man. So, I mean, you guys decide if it didn't bother him in the slightest. I mean, I'm pushing X to doubt. Like, you can say it doesn't bother you, but I don't know. Like, the clips that I've seen, it seems like it gets you pretty upset.
Don't make any sense to me. Why would you do that? Why would you celebrate that? That's weird. Zubair says, using Discord, long story. Back in the day, the Quaker Oats company told their investors that their debt would never exceed 70% of their equity. Quaker borrowed money to buy Snapple, pushing their debt to equity ratio.
Now, mind you, now these guys are saying they just want to talk about games. Now he's reading the super chat and they talking about damn Quaker Oats.
To right under 70%. Then the price of Quaker stock dropped, so equity dropped. So the debt to equity ratio was now over 70%. Quaker got sued for misleading investors. Quaker couldn't get the case dismissed, i.e., the complaints had a legitimate claim. Sorry
Oh boy, you guys are coping your asses off.
for the lag. Wanted to double check the facts. Okay. And 25 months, Mash, you freaking madman. Mash just comes in here and flexes on you guys. He resubs. He says, remember to hit the like button. Then he drops a 50 bomb on chat.
Okay, we dropping 50 bombs.
Up to 78. This man needs his tag team partner. He really, really does. There it is. It's now 70-8. Purple, your move. PSN Cuz says, is it possible that Microsoft is giving Sony a bigger cut of games offset costs to bring Helldivers to Xbox? Okay, so it was my... So what is third party? I don't really care how people define third party.
Oh, no.
It doesn't
It's not how people define it. What's the definition of the word? What is third party?
matter to me.
How do you define it?
What and here's why, Matt. We're never going to land on a definition that everybody agrees on. We just don't.
What? Oh, no. The word has a definition. What do you mean that everybody agrees on? That the PlayStation fanboys agree on? You mean that they're going to keep on moving the goalposts? Even though they didn't put games on Nintendo, they put games on Xbox, they put it on PC, they don't put it on every single platform. I mean, what other gaming device, what other gaming platforms are there? Like, how are you going to say that they're not third party, that they're not multi-platform?
So what purpose does the term serve?
To define something. That's what all words are. To define, to give, to pretty much, like I said, just to define something. When you want to know what something is, you use the word to define it. Just like how you guys are multi-platform. I've been saying that they're multi-platform for the longest. I didn't think you guys would still be able to multi-platform cope. Like we're still third-party coping.
Someone's going to say, well, I think third party is that. Okay, I think this is an exercise in futility. Let's have a conversation that's more beneficial. Let's talk about the fact that, game development to consumer, like farm to table, okay? Game to console, farm to table. That's what matters most.
Yeah, and that's why we're talking about whether it's third party or whatnot, because I thought that, once you become multi-platform, that's pretty much like a signal of death, right? That's a signal of your console ecosystem pretty much going down the drain because you're no longer prioritizing your console. I mean, that's what all you ponies have been saying. So that's why people want to know about this. People, we're concerned. We want to know, is PlayStation okay? Or is this the death of the ecosystem from the shit that you guys were saying?
But they're not first party? Okay. Why does that matter? So if they're putting their games on other places, if that's a huge deal breaker for you, then you have to make decisions as a consumer.
But where's the time to jump ship video? That's what I want to know. So now it's, if that bothers you, then you can make a decision. But you've literally have been calling people sheep that didn't want to leave the Xbox platform. You've been calling people sheep that didn't want to leave Game Pass. Now it's, if they go third party, if they go multi-platform, you have to make decisions as a consumer. I mean, the goalposts moving, man.
So what are they? Why does that matter? Why does it matter how I classify them?
Because we got a microscope on your ass, boy. Because you've been lying. That's why. You've been spreading a whole bunch of bullshit for the past 2 years. You've been talking all this shit about multi-plat. Even though people have been telling you that PlayStation is multi-plat, and now they've gone full third party, and you're still sitting here coping. If they're not third party, then what the hell are they?
They're a company that invests in technology and games, and I feel like I get a good product from them. Why do I have to classify them? How do you classify Toshiba? How do you classify Samsung? How do you classify Asus? How do you classify these companies? I just buy the product from them because I feel like it's a good product.
Wow.
It matters because they are third party? Okay, so you're just
Yes.
doing a tautology. It matters because it matters. Like, you're not saying anything.
Oh, yeah, and you're getting triggered. And why do you keep on responding to him then if it doesn't matter? Like, you're engaged in a conversation, but you don't want to engage in the conversation. Like, come on, dog.
I'm asking why it matters to you. Why does it matter to you? I'm granting that I don't care. Like, you are free to call them third party. Because
you're saying you don't care. But literally, for the past 2 years, you've been saying that this was the main reason why PlayStation won the generation, right? You were saying that this is the reason why Xbox is in last place, why Xbox can't make quality games, right? So now, people, we want to know, how do you feel about this job listing showing that PlayStation is moving towards being multi-platform, towards being third party? What are your thoughts? And now, all of a sudden, magically, you don't care about it. I mean, I expected it, but I mean, come on, dog.
It doesn't matter to me. I don't care. Yote's coming. Death Stranding 2 has been a wonderful experience. Lost Soul Aside is coming. I'm getting exclusives, which is exactly what drove me to the 360 back in the day.
The negative, Ghost Rider. None of those games are exclusive. All the games you just mentioned will be on PC. You're lying. Like, now you're just coping. I mean, it's sad to see.
Why does this term, second, first, third party, why does that matter to you as a consumer? Because it doesn't matter to me.
Oh, please. You guys are the ones that made a big deal out of that shit. You guys, and this is what I mean. You guys have talked yourself into a corner. Don't sit here and try to project and say, oh, why does it matter to y'all? We don't give a fuck. If anything, I think all of these platforms should be multi-platform. I think exclusivity should be a thing of the past. Don't try to switch this around and say, why does it matter? No, it matters to you guys. You guys have built channels around console exclusivity. Now you're getting pressed by a troll and you have no answers. Just say that they're third party. Just admit that they're multi-plat, but you just can't do it.
We're different.
You're right about that.
Party because they are. Okay, so you are not asserting your position. You're not. You're just asserting a claim. You're just saying they're third party. Oh, okay, we have established that you think they're third party. What I'm asking you to do now is explain to me why that matters to you as a consumer.
Wow. Okay, well, this is a mouse. Do I have to explain why it matters to me as a consumer? Or can I just fucking call it a mouse? If anything, that's revealing about you, that you're asking why does it matter to him? Because we all know why it matters to him. We all know what he's getting at. We all know why he's asking you this question, and you know why he's asking you this question. But you're just gonna play dumb, and I'm just gonna be honest with you. It's extremely disingenuous.
Why? I do not understand your position. It doesn't make sense to me. I'm attempting to understand your position. When I bought the 360 and then I bought the Xbox One, I remember getting exclusives. I could not have told you if you offered me $1,000 back then to explain any of this. Hey, buddy, do you know what first, second, and third party is? Do you know what first? I'd be like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, then how did you end up with the channel where that's all the fuck that you talk about now? that you're trying to walk back right now. But like, we always got to go back in the hot tub time machine. I'm telling you, always. Now we're going back to the 360 days, the Xbox One days. If all of that is true, then how did you end up becoming the person that you are today? You know what I mean? How did you end up in this situation right now where a troll or I guess just somebody watching is pressing your ass about whether PlayStation is third party or not, and you just can't admit it? I mean, that's quite the leap, ain't it?
I'm not sure what you mean. My position is that the English language defines them as a third party. It matters because I can play the games on the PC. Okay.
Yes, so exactly. The English language defines it as fucking third party. And we're able to play the games on PC. I mean, literally, what I've been saying this whole damn time. Yes. Like, dude, words don't work like this. You don't just get to change the definition of words as you see fit so you can, defend your position. Like, that's not how the English language works.
Your value system is different than mine. You as a consumer are...
the value system has nothing to do with it. We're talking about whether they're third party or not, dude. What is he talking about?
Like, well, if the game's eventually going to come to PC, then I have no interest in your platform. Okay. That's fair. That's how you've developed a value system and a system of priorities that determines your actions as a consumer. My position is just very different than yours. I'm like, I don't care that Yote will eventually land on PC. I'm going to really enjoy it when it comes out this year. And I'm going to feel like I got my money's worth. Like, you can scream they're third party. A lot of people were yelling it in my comments. So they are third party. They're third party. They're third.
Well, why were they doing that, though? Do you think that they had a reason to do that?
Third party. PlayStation's done. Oh, okay. I mean, there are people that are done screaming platitudes.
Oh, platitudes. Here we go again. I mean, dude, those are your platitudes. You said that when a company goes third party, right, when they start putting their games on other platforms, and that's pretty much them signaling to to people that own the console that they're not prioritizing their experience. Those are your words, dog. That's the shit that you guys have been saying. And now you're talking about how you have mad comments of people telling you, oh, PlayStation's dead. Let me make it very clear. I don't think PlayStation is dead. I think this move is going to be great for them. I think it's going to end up bringing them in more money. I think we're going to start seeing more games from them. I mean, dude, like, have a little bit of self-awareness on why people are saying this to you.
Dudes, what does that mean for me? It doesn't take away from my experience. I am thoroughly enjoying Death Stranding 2. Like, the irony of yelling at somebody and saying, well, they're third party and they're dead, as they're playing a game that you can't currently play. I don't know how thick irony can get, but, buddy, that's thick.
Oh, yeah, there we go. That's the Lono that I'm talking about. Okay, yeah, so you're playing a game right now that's exclusive, that PC guys aren't going to be able to play for another few months, or who knows, maybe a year or so. There we go. There's that exclusive talk.
I mean,
Yeah, talk that shit, Lono.
It's a real good time. Thank you, Stone Spire. I know what you're doing. Don't let MASH do it. Stone Spire just set up.
Talk that shit, Lono.
The 20 bomb dunker to 100. Somebody else do it. Not him. Not screaming, just pointing out that they're third party by definition. And you are dating. And you were dating that you didn't think that they are. I don't know what people mean when they say it, though.
Oh.
This was my point, Matt.
They've explained it to you. They said that they're third party when they started putting games on PC. They mean that they're third party because they're putting their games on other platforms. Their games are not only on PlayStation. And if a game is on PlayStation, it's only for a limited amount of time before it gets moved over. That's why people are saying that they're third party, dog.
You will call them third party simply because they put their games on PC, right?
Okay, and would he be wrong for that is the question. We don't want to talk about how you view it. We're talking about just the black and white of it. We're trying to keep feelings out of it.
There are PlayStation fans that will say, now they're third party because Helldivers is going to Xbox, okay?
Yes. So either way you try to dice it up, both of the weak little cop-outs that you guys have been saying, the console exclusives, oh, it's just going to PC, it's just on PC. All of that's out the window now. Now they didn't put games on the console. They didn't put games on PC. And the funny thing is they been put that game on Nintendo, but everybody said it didn't count, because it was a Lego kids game. I mean, come on, man.
That's why I think it's pointless to debate, because it's like, well, everybody has a different definition.
No, it's pointless to debate because you would lose it. And a lot of your talking points, a lot of the shit that you've said would come back and bite you in the ass.
So there are PlayStation fans that would have debated you for the last 6 months, blood, sweat, and tears, that they're not a third-party platform.
You would have. Like, what the hell is this guy talking about?
Disagreed with you hotly, and now they would agree. Oh, well, Helldivers 2 going to Xbox. Yep, PlayStation's going third.
Yeah, if they had some sense, but then there's PlayStation fanboys, the fanatics, the people who've built channels around exclusivity. They're still sitting here pretending that they're not multi-platform. Dude, the self-awareness.
I think it's all a waste of time. It doesn't matter. What the company does with the product that I get, that's what matters most to me.
And I'm going to keep on saying it. And you were telling us that when a company starts putting their games in other places, they're pretty much saying fuck you to people who own the console. That's essentially what you were saying. that it messes with the quality of the game. I'm just saying. That's why people are pressing you on this shit, Lono. We need answers.
Do they treat the product with respect? Do they shove the product out before it's ready? Do they shove the product out with missing features? Right? That's what matters to me. And I feel I've gotten very good, consistent games and quality and games that were feature complete at launch from PlayStation.
Even though they're third party, right? So does that mean that the talking points that you've been spewing for the past 2 years about quality and everything, does that mean that's just bullshit?
Ratchet, Returnal, Demon's Souls Remake.
Oh, don't you say Spider-Man 2.
Gran Turismo 7, Horizon Forbidden West, God of War Ragnarok, Spider-Man 2.
I knew you'd say Spider-Man 2. Boy, that shit was fucking ass, you know? But I can't get mad. He is naming some games, and I didn't hear that there were any issues with those. But the funny thing is, all the games that he's naming are on PC, right? Except for Demon's Souls. I think he said Demon's Souls.
They've also leveraged great exclusives for me. Stellar Blade, Final Fantasy 16, Rise of the Ronin.
Bro, none of those games are exclusive. What are you talking about? Literally, I played all of those games, right? I played a little bit of Rise of the Ronin. But, bro, what are you talking about?
Death Stranding 2. Lost Soul Aside is coming. Looks like it could be pretty good.
Lost Soul Aside is going to be day and date on PC.
Yote is coming. But they're third party. Oh, okay. Well, that's fine. That doesn't affect my experience in any...
Oh, okay. Well, then I don't want to hear shit about Microsoft being third party. I mean, this is all just new news to me. Like, I know people are sitting there, it looks like they're changing sides. Why are you getting so angry? Why are you critiquing them? I mean, dude, this shit is just wild to me. Like, my mind is just blown. Like, how they can just literally walk back 2 years of talking points, you know, him and MBG. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, this shit just blows my mind.
Those games. I wasn't playing a single one of those games the last 5 years and thought, well, by golly, they're putting their games on PC. And that just chaps my... I was...
Okay, but you've been literally coming at Xbox guys saying, how can you be okay with your platform prioritizing putting games on PC, prioritizing putting their games on PlayStation? You've literally been talking shit to people about this. And all along, every time that you did it, people would check your ass and say, PlayStation's doing the same thing. And you would sit there and say, no, they're not. No, they're not. No, they're not. Now we have proof, literally, on their website that they are doing the same thing. And now it doesn't matter. I mean, dude, it's just disingenuous, man.
Like, why does that doesn't affect that doesn't affect my experience. It doesn't. I don't know. Great exclusives and their third party. I agree with you. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I don't have a problem with you calling them third party. That doesn't because to me, I would rather debate stuff that is more directly related to the games.
Wow.
And the commitments.
False. You wouldn't, because literally, like I said, you shit on Microsoft daily when they're actually putting out games, right? They actually have a lot of games. They have a decent lineup. You talk shit about them because their games are going to other platforms and they're not exclusive. So we worry about the quality. I'm just saying
that the company has to the games. Does that make sense? Think of it this way. The way that Star Wars, the way that Disney viewed Star Wars games as just an opportunity to have Star Wars property in the market on a regular basis, to me, was a mistreatment of the games. Disney says, we want a new Star Wars game every 6 months. And I'm thinking, oh, that sounds like just some idiot executive who doesn't understand game development, right? That's like a disrespect of the property. You don't care about the quality that it comes out in. And we saw this evidence with Jedi Survivor. When I look at PlayStation, I see them giving a lot of priority to their studios, to the quality their games ship at, and leveraging
and I've said it, I'll keep on saying it. Spider-Man 2 has entered the chat. a game that y'all just glossed over. I to this day I can't believe that they just glossed over the state that Spider-Man 2 launched in, where you could actually swing around as a fucking cube. You know, we want to talk about games being released with missing features and whatnot, right? With Halo, I think it was the split screen. Imagine if fucking Master Chief turned into a fucking cube. They'd be still playing that clip to this day. They'd be like, "Hey, is that you? Look at Master Chief. He's a cube." But when it was Spider-Man, everybody just laughed it off. I mean, I'm just saying.
Innovating better tech so that the games get better and better. So Project Amethyst, AMD, the PS5 Pro, PSSR, forecasting a future with this relationship. That to me says, man, these games are always going to get a lot of good, awesome stuff. They're going to be high quality games. Well, but they're third party. They put the games on PC later. Okay. As long as that doesn't threaten the game when I buy it, I don't.
Oh, no, they're doing it day and date, buddy. One of the games you mentioned, Lost Soul Aside, is coming day and date. And you were talking all this shit about a China Hero project, right?
Don't care. Like if I buy Yote and I have a great experience and I feel like it's super polished, and then 19 months later it goes to PC.
19 months.
Doesn't ruffle my feathers a bit. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to be like, yo, what'd you think? What did you think? Did you like it? I had a couple of people recently in this community. They came to me and they said, dude, I'm finally playing Tsushima. Do you want to know what I didn't do? I didn't ask them where they were playing. I was like, dude, it's good, isn't it? It's so good. Where are you? How far are you? Have you done any duels yet? You can ask them. They'll tell you. The people that were in my Discord and this chat saying they finally dove into Tsushima, it didn't even cross my mind to be like, well, where are you playing? Because it doesn't matter to me. It's like, it's such a great game. Who cares? If you're the type to spend, you know, a lot of money and time having a really nice PC, and you got this really nice library on Steam, and you've got a backlog, and you love those Steam sales, you have a shrine for Gabe in your house. We know you do. And you're like, dude, PC that's where I am. That's what I love. And you're like, yo, I'll wait on Yote. I have so much respect for people like that.
Wow.
You know what you like. You've invested in it. You're smart about it. You know,
Dude, I've heard you say so many times, oh, I'm not waiting till Ghost of Yote comes out. I mean, could you imagine waiting 19 months, 2 years? I'm not waiting as a gamer. I'm not waiting to play the game. I mean, dude, complete 180. Oh, okay.
So much respect for somebody like that. They're like, this is what I like, and this is what I'm going to do according to what I like. I have a lot of respect for that. But when people want to act like their priorities are somehow the priorities, and that like is this diminishment of like, well, PlayStation sucks, PlayStation's garbage, they're third party, why would you ever own a PlayStation? You're not doing that, but a lot of the times that's what's going on.
Oh, buddy, because that's what you've done. You basically said there's no reason to own an Xbox console, right? Because the games go to other platforms. So now people are hitting you with that same energy, the same narratives. What's the point in owning a PlayStation? You're able to get their games on PC. What's the point, right? Is this the death of PlayStation? That's why you said you've seen those comments. I don't think those people actually think that PlayStation is dead. I think they're just trolling you and they're throwing that shit back in your face. And it's funny now how when it's your console, you know, when it's the platform that you give a fuck about, now all of a sudden, now you can see the foolishness in saying that PlayStation is dead. But you've made a channel off of saying that Xbox dead. You know, that Xbox is dead. I'm just saying.
When somebody's saying that, they're using third party as like a pejorative to act like, well, PlayStation's dead, they suck, they're going third party, as like this sort of like insult to the brand. You know,
as if like the same shit that you guys were saying to Microsoft, and now they're throwing it back in your face. I mean, they never like having shit thrown back in their face. That's like the most aggravating part of all this. Like literally, they like people will do the exact same thing that they did to other people, and then they just don't have the self-awareness when it comes right back in them, right back at them. Like it's peculiar.
Or the property itself. The irony of, I think, some of the people that do that is they get really great PlayStation games on PC, and one of the reasons they're so great is because of the way PlayStation prioritizes development for their platform.
Oh, is that what happened with Final Fantasy Rebirth, right? Is that what happened with Spider-Man 2? Like, dude, the ports were fucking shit. Even Final Fantasy 16, right? When it launched with the goddamn Denuvo, and I paid for it, right? I shelled out some money for it. The game ran like shit. It could have ran better probably if it didn't have Denuvo. But I mean, dude, what you're saying is incorrect. Like the Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that was the worst. That's why I'm so glad that I pirated it. Because in the first level, now granted, it did get better as the game went on, but in the first part of the game, it would just crash. Crash. I mean, Mutahar, you know, the engineer, he made a video talking about how bad Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, the PC port was. Like, it was atrocious.
First. PlayStation games are great, the console's great, but they've been third-party for ages.
Yes.
One of the reasons I think I've really struggled in this space.
Oh, the glasses come
out. Enter these conversations in a productive way. Because I get...
Oh, yeah, you're right about that.
Frustrated, and I get angry, and I get flippant, which makes for, that makes for great clips.
Yeah, because you're getting mad over him calling it third party. Dude, you've been coping about this shit for the past 15 minutes. And it's sad because everybody, we thought for sure Lono wasn't going to move the goalposts. Like, oh boy, please, y'all don't know shit. This is a master goalpost mover. He's like, look at that smirk on his face. He's like, you thought I couldn't move this goalpost? You thought it was too heavy for me? Man, watch this shit. I know creatures somewhere shedding a tear, clapping like, goddamn, this is Lono, right? I mean, come on, dog.
One of the reasons I've struggled in this environment is I was completely unaware of any of this stuff. I've been streaming for 10 years. 5 of those years, I was just all in on Destiny. I didn't pay attention to any of this stuff. When my community bought me a PS4 so that I could make 3 more characters in Destiny and then raid with the PlayStation guys, that to me was the only way I was going to do it. I literally told them, I'm like, I'm not buying a PlayStation 4. I don't want one, right? I don't want one. And so I spent that entire time doing that.
Yeah, and the rest is history. And that's what I'm saying. So how did you get from there to where you are now? Like, I mean, I showed you guys the clip earlier. Like, we need the documentary. Like, how did you get from there to here? Like, what the fuck?
And then when Destiny 2 came to PC, I was very excited because I was like, oh, I can play that game at 60 FPS. And then I started playing Fortnite at 60 FPS. And I basically mained my PC all the way to 2020. And so when that happened, when I was, maining the PC, I never once thought, oh, I've abandoned my platform. I abandoned Xbox. I was just like, dude, I just want 60 FPS. And I was a streamer as well. And so I knew as a streamer, 60 FPS looked better on.
I mean, dude, this guy is just coping his ass off. Nonetheless, it's been your boy, Sigs and Cereal. Until next time, peace.